Welcome to the ASTRALX Deep Dive, illuminating your path. I'm Lunaria Selene, your intuitive guide.
And I'm Solarian Zephyr, your cosmic strategist.
We bridge celestial wisdom. Unlock your modern path. Discover guiding starlight insights.
Explore powerful cosmic energies. So how do planetary transits shape your story today?
Well, this deep dive is crafted especially for you, specifically if you're a Cancer Sun woman with Aries Rising. Our mission today really is to journey through the celestial insights we've looked at and kind of unpack the unique cosmic blueprint shaping your path in 2025.
Yeah, we want to discover the major energetic currents and, explore how you can navigate them best.
Okay, so stepping into 2025, what's the core energy here? The insights describe this archetype, Athena Protogeneia.
That's right. Athena Protogeneia, the armored wisdom goddess. It's this incredible image born from the primordial ocean of feeling that's your Cancer sun, but armored, ready.
Wow. So the armor is the Aries Rising, the instinctive action.
Exactly. Aries Rising is the spear, ready to move, to defend, to initiate. And the Cancer sun, that's the deep ocean, the ancestral intuition, the shield. You're the sacred defender.
Someone who feels deeply, rooted, but also has that courage, that drive to act.
Precisely. And there's this core paradox, or maybe synergy. Your Aries fire lights your Cancer hearth, keeps it safe.
And the hearth, that deep knowing inside, that fuels the fire, gives it courage.
It fuels the fire, gives it that unwavering conviction. They feed each other constantly. It's quite beautiful.
It really is. Now, what's fascinating is how this blend interacts with the big cosmic story of 2025. The material mentions a quantum entanglement.
Yeah, between Pluto and Aquarius, which is transiting your 11th house.
Okay, community, future visions.
Right. And your moon-ruled Cancer sun, nestled deep in your 4th house of roots and home.
So Pluto, planet of transformation. Big, disruptive energy in the house of the collective.
Sending out these revolutionary frequencies from Aquarius. All about innovation, humanity, the group.
And this creates a cosmic pressure cooker, it says, against the Cancer sun.
Exactly. Against your foundation. Your 4th house, that's home, family, private security, emotional well-being, deep stuff.
It's a collective transformation pushing against personal security. Oof.
It really is the heart of the year's tension. Pluto and the collective realm, the 11th, generating these compression waves against your personal, private 4th house world.
That's where the big shifts are demanded then.
That's where they're demanded, yeah.
Is there a time when this is particularly potent?
Definitely keep an eye on July 9th. That's when the sun in Cancer directly opposes Pluto in Aquarius.
Okay, July 9th, peak tension point.
It crystallizes that core dynamic. Pluto pushing for transformation in your community role, embracing the future.
While the Cancer sun just wants to feel safe and secure in its foundations.
Exactly. It brings that analogy to life, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Standing and crashing, sir. That's the Cancer emotional depth while trying to forge steel, the Aries rising action.
Whoa. Water tempering fire, fire potentially boiling the water. It demands a whole new kind of alchemy.
A new way to integrate that emotional depth with intense action.
Yeah. And this isn't just abstract energy, right? It shows up in the body. Somatic astrology. That feels crucial here.
Oh, absolutely crucial. Understanding how this cosmic weather lands in your body and how you can consciously work with those sensations.
Okay, let's get into that. The insights mention Mars conjunct Uranus in Gemini. That's around April, May, in the 8th house.
That's the one. And the description of the feeling is vivid. Electric jolts up the spine. Tingling hands, restless nervous system.
Yikes. 8th house. That's shared resources, intimacy, transformation, psychology.
Right. Mars and Uranus together. Sudden bursts. Unexpected insights, maybe even conflicts popping up in those sensitive areas. Your body's going to feel that high voltage.
So what can you do with that feeling?
Well, the somatic prompt suggested is interesting. When you feel that agitation, that electric buzz, stomp your feet rhythmically.
Okay.
Yeah, it grounds that fiery, restless Aries energy. And while you're stomping, hum a low tone.
The Cancerian soothing.
Exactly. It helps integrate that surge, channels it safely into the earth and, back into your own field, grounding the lightning.
I like that, grounding the lightning. Okay, what else? There's the full moon in Cancer, January 13th, illuminating the 4th house.
Yeah. And the feeling described here is totally different. It's a deep, intuitive tidal pull. Belly, breasts, womb space.
The moon at home, amplifying all things Cancerian in 4th house. Roots, belonging.
Deep emotional releases might come up. Ancestral stuff surfacing. Truths about home. It's potent.
So the prompt for that?
It's really nurturing. Place warm hands over your lower abdomen. Breathe deep into that space. Visualize ocean waves. Inhale the swell, exhale the release.
Letting go of whatever needs to move.
Yeah, and maybe whisper, I am held. Just reinforcing that Cancerian need for safety amidst the flow.
Being held by your own inner waters. Beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, then there's Venus in Leo. July 11th to August 5th, sparking the 5th house.
Yes. This one sounds like pure radiance. The insights talk about warmth in the heart, the solar plexus, playful energy in the hips.
5th house, creativity, self-expression, joy, romance. And Venus in Leo brings the drama, the confidence.
Totally. It's a major boost for shining your unique light. Leo adds that bold, warm flair. It's an invitation to feel that radiance and let it out physically.
How? What's the prompt?
Simple. Dance wildly for like 3 minutes. Let the Aries rising lead with bold moves. Doesn't matter if they're perfect.
Okay.
Let the Cancer sun infuse it with that sensual flow, that emotional authenticity. Just embody that fierce, nurturing confidence through movement.
Dancing out your inner Athena. I love it.
Hey,
And you know,
Mom,
this
friggin'.
blend, the fierce protector, the deep feeler, it echoes, doesn't it?
Okay.
Historically, culturally.
Absolutely. The insights point to Eleanor Roosevelt as a really powerful example. A strong Cancer sun, Aries rising signature. She lived this archetype.
How so? What was the connection?
Well, her deep Cancerian compassion, especially for the vulnerable, that was the source, the wellspring. But it fueled her Aries rising fearless advocacy. She didn't just feel empathy.
She acted on it
Yeah.
fearlessly.
Tirelessly.
Yeah.
Confronting powerful people, challenging norms. The material uses this great analogy. She turned the White House from just a residence into a humanitarian command center.
Wow. Taking private strength and making it public. Armoring, nurturing with strategy.
That's your call in 2025. Taking that deep fourth house wisdom and strength and wielding it with Aries courage out in the world, especially in that 11th house community space.
That's potent. And culturally, we see this archetype too.
Definitely. Think Mulan, devoted daughter Cancer. But that warrior spirit Aries makes her defy everything to fight.
Right, or Joe March in Little Women. Fiery independence wants to write Aries, but rooted in fierce family loyalty Cancer.
And maybe even someone like Florence Welch in music. That raw, primal Aries rising stage energy.
Yeah, but the lyrics. Deep emotional seas, vulnerability, sacred feminine, total Cancer sun.
That's that phrase from the Insights. The molten lullaby.
Molten lullaby. Strength that soothes, protection that empowers. Fierce tenderness, yes.
And this isn't just something to like notice. You can actively engage with it, shape it. There are some great interactive tools suggested.
Yes. Okay, like the journal prompt for the Aries new moon on March 30th.
That's a really direct question, hitting that core tension. Where does my inner warrior, Aries rising, feel stifled by old emotional armor, Cancer sun?
Ooh, good one.
And then, what one bold action can I take this lunar cycle to honor both my courage and my vulnerability? Just asking that can unlock so much.
Definitely gets you thinking. And there's a ritual, too, forging the emotional sword.
Yeah, designed for when Mars is in Cancer. That's July 20th to September 4th. Aries ruler in watery Cancer can be a bit tricky, maybe driving assertiveness through emotion.
The ritual helps channel that timing.
Ideally, a waxing moon in a fire sign like Aries or Leo, say around July 28th, moon in Leo. Tools are simple. Bowl salt water, small iron nail, or key Aries metal, and a red candle.
Okay, and the action.
Light the candle. Heat the iron object in the flame. While it's hot, speak aloud an emotional boundary you need. Claim it. That's the Aries voice.
Speaking about it.
Then chant, water tipper steel, feeling makes me real. And plunge the hot iron into the salt water.
Cess. Release.
Exactly. Cancer emotion tempering Aries fire. Steam is release. Keep the cooled object as a talisman for that boundary.
That's incredibly tangible. I love that. And there's a body thing, too. The crab shell warrior stance.
Yeah, an embodiment exercise specifically for boundary setting. When you feel vulnerable, but need to stand your ground.
How does it work?
You stand, feet hip width, knees slightly bent, grounded, like a crab. That's the Cancer part.
Holding your territory.
Then raise your arms, curved in front like a shield.
Okay.
Aries protection.
Got it. And the breath.
This makes it powerful. Inhale deep through the nose. Expand your ribs sideways like a crab widening its shell, embracing your inner space, your Cancer core. Then, exhale sharply through the mouth with a loud HA sound. As you do, push your palms forward, asserting the boundary, releasing energy. Aries assertion. Repeating that 3 to 5 times lets you physically feel that blend the inner softness, the outer strength. Anchors the boundary in your body.
These are fantastic tools, really empowering. So how you use these tools, how you engage, that shapes the path forward, right? The potential timelines.
Exactly. 3 potential timelines are outlined. Not destiny, but possibilities based on your choices. Timeline 1 is the Sovereign Citadel.
Sovereign Citadel. Sounds strong.
It is. This happens if you really embrace Pluto's call, you do the work, dismantle old emotional patterns, redefine security. Your Aries rising energy goes into pioneering community leadership, 11th house activation.
So outcome could be leading a project, something blending care and bold action, becoming a beacon.
Precisely. Meeting something with fierce compassion, the key choice. Actively joining or forming a conscious group focused on positive change, on healing.
Timeline 2.
The withdrawn sentinel. This is the opposite path, really. Resisting the call, retreating from Pluto's pressure.
Pulling back into the crab shell.
Yeah. And that intense energy, instead of going outward, turns inward as anxiety, or it bursts out as like erratic frustration, potentially damaging relationships.
Missing the collaboration opportunities in the 11th house feels like guarding an empty fortress.
That's the description. Energy spent on defense, not creation. Isolating. The key choice here is isolating yourself because you're afraid of being vulnerable in groups.
Got it. And timeline 3.
The Phoenix Hearth. This one focuses more on channeling specific energies, like that Mars-Uranus conjunction, into reinventing your creative voice, maybe romance.
Yeah.
5th and 8th houses.
Using that Venus and Leo confidence to share your art, your heart.
Boldly, yes. And here, the eclipses, maybe March and September, could be key. They might catalyze pivotal endings in old family dynamics, old 4th house patterns.
Freeing you up.
Freeing you to build a new kind of hearth. A home base, truly aligned with your authentic warrior spirit. The key choice. Courageously expressing deep emotions through creativity.
3 very different potentials. Wow.
But the underlying mandate for your unique Athena Protogeneia energy is clear across all of them.
Which is?
Your Aries rising sword needs the whetstone of Cancerian feeling. It needs that depth, that intuition.
And the Cancer Sun Hearth needs the Aries fire to guard it. Actively. Courageously.
Exactly. Pluto in the 11th is pushing you, demanding you redefine security. It's not just passive shelter anymore. It has to be active, engaged, community-integrated sanctuary.
So when the emotional seas surge, Cancer, meet them with focused action, Aries.
Yes. And when the fires of initiative blaze, Aries, temper them with the wisdom of the waters, Cancer.
You're not just one or the other.
You are the forge where they merge
Yeah.
into fierce compassion. That's the goal. Protect your heart fiercely. Lead from your heart fearlessly.
As our cosmic journey concludes,
Dive deeper into your unique path.
request your email audio reading now. You know where to look.
Find the link in the description below. Yep, scroll down.
Explore episode resources and links. All the good stuff.
All details are waiting for you there.
Ignite. Think. Become.
Subscribe for Starlight Insights. Thank you for joining us.
And here's a final thought for you to carry forward from this deep dive.
Your vulnerability is your strength. Your strength is your sanctuary.